So congratulations for the show. I'm a huge fan, and I have to ask you, Charlie, how do you keep your secret so long? And did you keep that from the rest of the cast too?
It was challenging to keep it so long. I kind of just hid in the background while the whole first press tour was going. I think while we were filming, I think most people started to catch on, didn't they? You knew, right?
Well, I was told by somebody.
Yeah, I think the characters that were going to be influenced by the fact that I was Sauron slowly found out. And then maybe there were a few people in the dark. But I certainly didn't tell any friends. I kept that a secret. So, yeah, it was a long and arduous time.
Charles, you are the man who forged the rings. Did you have the opportunity to work with experts in jewels and ring design?
Yes, I did, and they made a video about it. We saw it at Comic-Con, and I'd forgotten they'd filmed me that day. But I had a tutorial with a jeweler, and she had assembled all the instruments that might have been used in this kind of workshop, so not modern things at all, very ancient sort of kind of methods, which I absolutely love doing, and I ended up making an actual ring, which I'm very proud of. It's quite simple, you know. It's nothing elaborate. It's just a circle of metal.
It's kind of triangle.
No. So I was very proud of that.
Yeah.
So yes, and there's a little featurette that they showed at Comic-Con of me being taught how to do it, which I was very excited to see in front of God knows how many people in Hall H.
It was great. I have my ring too, yes.
Very good.
Wow. So, Charlie, the cards are open now. We all that Alban is Sauron, but how did you deal with this transition to Annatar?
I think I just tried to approach it the same way as I would any other character, is find the core intention and work from there. And for me, it was incredibly linked to Halbrand. Like, they're very closely linked. They seek the same thing, particularly the Halbrand at the end of season 1. So they have the same internal drive, but I wanted Annatar to have this very regal, wise, fair feeling, because Tolkien doesn't describe him in detail. He doesn't even say he's an elf. He just says he comes to the elves in a fair form. And I wanted it to be someone that would command the respect of Celebrimbor. It couldn't be... He had to have enough gravitas, I think is the word, to be able to tell him what to do. Yeah, so that was kind of my building blocks for the character.
That's my last question. Once you were chosen for the role, did you feel the need to learn everything you could about Lord of the Rings, both for the role and for the opportunity to meet the fans, the fandom?
There's always the fear that someone's going to come up to you and ask you a question about your character, and you're just going to be like, what? Yeah. I missed that whole thing, have no idea what they're talking about. So I was trying to make sure that didn't happen. I tried to read as much and read the things that Sauron is really involved in, stories like Beren and Luthien and Tolkien's letters and things that I might otherwise get overlooked, and it was really helpful in painting a picture for me.
Yeah, you read as much as you can with any role. If there's research to do and available, you do it, of course. But with this, there's a huge wealth of stuff to read. And as Charlie says, you get an overall, but then you start to focus in on the things he says specifically about your character and the situations that he is discovered in and the world he lives in. So you of course, distill all of that into the performance.